I went on vacation for a week with the family, the grandchildren, 7 grandchildren, 2 daughters and son-in-laws. Incredible time. But now back, getting ready to do a walkthrough and see what all's happened here. Looking forward to envisioning like what this can be, how many people can be working here, how many offices there will be, how many different businesses will be represented in these set of buildings. So let's take a look. So we're actually getting to the part where we are finishing off walls and getting them sanded. In some rooms, we only had to replace a portion of the bottom, as we've seen previously. And once we get these walls completed, get them painted, and then we'll be able to drop the drop ceilings in and then put the flooring in last, which really saves on time, where you don't have to tape off the floors all the time when you're painting. When you're doing this, when you come back over it, you'll see where they draw pencil lines around areas that need to be touched up again. When you look at this, you'll see where you can actually see the tape through it. A lot of times when you walk through brand new hotels, brand new convention centers, it's amazing how many tape lines you can see and the joints. And so Sandra and her team does an incredible job of making sure you're not able to see any of those once it's completed. So anytime you see the circles with pencil, you have an area that is going to be touched up. You never want to circle an area with pen. Pen will actually bleed through, and you'd have to eventually use kills on it or something to be able to finish the wall. So that's why you always want to make sure someone's using pencil to show the spots. You'll see, like before that wall was completed to where it's at right now, all the different places where you had nicks, these walls will be perfect when they're finished. So this is one of the things as you start walking through a building, you start looking and trying to figure out what all happened since last time you were here. One of the things that took place is we like to go down to the brick whenever we can in a building. It's not always easy to do. A lot of times you have a lot of scraping and chipping and getting rid of whatever's been put on the brick. But what we like to be able to do is get back down to the natural brick and then put a sealer on top of that. Just makes it really pop and brings out the history of the building. And so that's what we're working on trying to be able to do. We also have here where you open up these walls and you try to figure out, do you have to stay with the windows that are there right now? And that's one of the things we're looking at, is being able to put in bigger windows so there's more sunlight coming in, but also people being able to view what's inside here, as this could become a storefront. One of the things when looking at this building, it's very good about this building, being an older building, is it has plenty of bathrooms. A lot of times we come into older buildings, there's not enough bathrooms, and the women's bathrooms were always a lot smaller in a lot of the older buildings because you didn't have as many women working in the facilities. This building had been renovated back in the 80s, and so it had plenty of bathrooms put in. Electrical wise, they ran junction boxes all over the place, and so that's really good for us because we do not have to do any new wiring. We're going to be able to use all the existing wiring, and we have plenty of it in the boxes, just like you'll see with this here. What ends up happening is they end up running power to a part of the building, and then you're able to have access to all the different breakers to be able to run whatever it is that you're trying to do. And right now we have plenty of outlets, plenty of lights, and so that's one of the benefits, because this can add up really quick if you have to go in and tear out the wiring or do anything new with the plumbing. This right here is an incredible wall that's been exposed now. And when you touch up on this, one of the things you're going to see is this is going to clean up. And so it's going to take some work, but we'll be able to get the rest of that off. That's something where you always have to make sure you're not damaging the brick, when you're taking it off. This also is really good when you see the mortar is intact, between the joints, and so between the bricks. And so that's really good that that's not crumbling at all. Sometimes when you get into older bricks, you'll find where that mortar has been exposed to either water or it's been exposed to gas or something, if it's in a chimney, and then you'll have a situation where it's crumbling and then you have to go through and tuck point everything. A lot of tuck pointing needs to take place outside, but this wall looks very good, and so this is going to clean up really nice. When we look at a space like this on the first floor, one of the things we're looking at is this can be retail, trying to figure out how to get more retail into our community, because this brings tax dollars into Monmouth. And so anytime we can look at how can we bring retail here, we want to be looking at this. This is an incredible space. We're going to be adding a door. There's already one door going to the street, but we're going to add another door going to the street to make this much more useful for any type of store that would be able to be here. And so excited about the possibilities there, looking forward to seeing what's in this spot and how is it contributing to the community.